Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, then ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about Kid Cosmic Season 2. Basically, this came out a couple months ago, but I've been putting it off. And finally, this Sunday, I was able to binge watch the whole show. There's only about 8 episodes, so after 4 hours. So each one of these episodes is half an hour each. So, you could binge watch the whole season in just 4 hours. And I wanted to give my quick thoughts on it. There wasn't that much that goes on this season, but it was pretty interesting nonetheless. I think I'm more excited for season 3. This season was okay. If you guys want my overall score, right now I'll tell you it was a 7 out of 10. I want to go over, some of the plot points. So spoilers ahead if you guys haven't seen it yet. Maybe pause the video, come back later, or just go watch it. And I'll talk about it, and then we'll get to it. So I wrote down some points here. So one of my biggest problems with the entire season. Actually, no. Let's start out in episode 1. So the Cosmic Stone, I got my nice little book here. I don't know if you guys can't really see it, but yeah, I'm just trying to read off this book here for some plot points. But yes, episode 1 of the second season. Okay. Where did we leave off from the first season? Basically, they teleport into space. They have a place called Mo's Oasis where they're in space, and they have a diner. They're serving aliens. They've kind of learned to adapt to the space. And they're out there serving aliens, and Flo is basically running the entire show. They call themselves the local heroes, and episode to episode, they basically slowly start finding out where all of the stones of power, the cosmic stones of power, are. Right, you guys remember they basically take a bunch of nuts, like those little metal nuts. They super glue them to their fingers, and they use them. They basically use them as rings, kind of like the Green Lantern. But they use them as power rings, and they get different kinds of powers. So in this one, they kind of switched it up a bit, where it's like, in the first season, they each had one stone of power, and they basically stuck to those stones for the entire duration. This season, they kind of switched it up, right? So, Kid Cosmic for almost the entire season, he had the slime. They basically gave him this kind of weird slime ring. I don't know what that was about, and they kind of just play it off here and there, and one of the weird things was that alien guy. I can't remember his name. Remember the alien guy from the first one who was trying to attack them? He was half. I don't remember his name. Shoot, I didn't write it down. But the alien guy was barely even in this series. Actually, I got a picture of him right here. Let me just minimize this for a second. This guy. See this guy right here? This guy is barely even in there at all. He is not in there. he only does he even have a speaking role? Yeah. I think he just made some noises in 1 or 2 episodes, but he barely does anything in this one. So I was a little shocked to see that. I thought he was going to have a bigger role. I thought that they were going to give him tuna fish sandwiches, who is the cat. In the first season, he was able to talk because he had tuna fish sandwiches. Caller, the alien translation caller, but no, they don't really do anything with this character. I think maybe it might be time to kill him off. He's not really doing anything. What is he gonna do going forward? I don't know, but he's honestly just a background joke character at this time. I wasn't a fan of that. But going back here, let's talk about it. So season 1, it starts off where basically they have to hunt down the stones. We get introduced to the main character at the end. I believe it's the end of the first episode. His name is Phantos, and he's basically a big fanboy of Erodius, the planet destroyer, right? So remember in the first one, they kind of alluded to, there was a scroll where you could search out the stones of power. There's this giant planet. It's been absorbing all these planets, killing millions, billions, trillions. God only knows how many people this planet has killed. But the planet goes around. It's a sentient planet, right? So think of something like is it Mogo? I think it is from the Green DC Comics. Mogo, the Living Planet. Is that Marvel or DC? I can't remember, but yeah, it's basically a living planet, and it destroys everything. So this guy named Phantos, who is basically this fanboy. I'll give you a nice little shot of him. Hold on, Phantos. There he is. So he is literally like he's basically a sort of a knockoff, a weird knockoff of Galactus from Marvel Comics. I like that. Somebody made a Thanos and Phantos. So he's basically a weird fanboy Galactus that lives with his mother. It's kind of weird, honestly. It's a weird character, but I guess it works. This is kind of like a comedy series, so whatever. It works. It works. But so they have to find the stones. Phantos, this kind of, I just showed him off there, so now you know who that is, just in case you forgot. He's also looking for the stones of power. Actually, he even has a couple. And what's really cool is he has a special suit of armor that if he's near any of the stones of power, he can actually just like telepathically bring them into his chest and start using them. So he has this kind of like super sweet armor that's very plot convenient. Yeah, that's a very plot convenient piece of armor that he has going on there. But yeah, so that's basically what happens in the first episode. But one of the things I really didn't like this season, which I guess I have to keep bringing up, but instead, the show was called Kid Cosmic, right? So I was expecting the show to be about Kid Cosmic. Realistically, they kind of ditched Kid. Like, this is Craig McCracken's show. I was a little bit surprised to see this because, like in Craig McCracken's show, Powerpuff Girls, for instance, the entire show surrounds around the Powerpuff Girls. Do we see villain backstories and everything? Yes, we do. But I was just a little bit shocked to see that they kind of, Kid Cosmic is there. They kind of toss him to the side and replace him with Jo. So Jo is the portal girl, the African American or black, whatever you want to call her. She just kind of becomes the leader, which they set that up in the previous season in the very last episode, but I never liked that. I never, the kid has no place on this team. He really doesn't. They kind of, in the previous season, we kind of, they go over how, like, everybody is unique to the team. They all add their own unique thing, right? Like, Papa G can be this, he has the yellow stone that allows him to duplicate. So he's able to, do all kinds of, like, interesting cooperative maneuvers, right? And Rosa has she's able to make herself giant, so she can do all kinds of stuff. Each one of the teammates basically could do, Jo has the portal power, so she can do all kinds of escape, right? If they need to escape or like go somewhere quickly, she can get them there. Jo is probably one of the most broken characters on the entire show, even before this season. But, the whole team, each one of them had their own place on the team. And then you kind of get, you kind of just land on this season in the previous season, Kid Cosmic really just didn't have his place. He was the leader of the team. That's, they basically said he was the linchpin. This is the previous season. They basically said he was kind of like the glue that holds the team together, right? But then they make Jo the leader, and then it's kind of like Kid Cosmic has nothing to do, and then they carry that on throughout this entire season. Kid Cosmic only feels like he's relevant for 2 episodes, for only like half the episode. Like, he's not even there. It's just a really weird direction they took here. Some people might say this is Netflix going woke, and I kind of agree. I know some people will say, no, Sandro, you're crazy. Netflix is notoriously known for going woke. They really always want to put, even if it kills the story, they want to have women of color or all the check boxes of diversity. They want to have all those characters at the forefront. Kid Cosmic, white blonde kid. I guess he wasn't cutting it for Craig McCracken and Netflix because they just toss him to the side, and I hated that. I hated that they did that. This didn't feel like a team. This didn't feel like a team. It mostly felt like Joe just showing how broken some of the stones are compared to the other ones. And I didn't like it. And I'm not a fan of the storytelling direction that they went with this one. So Joe is the leader. And basically she takes the helm of the team. They're trying to stop Phantos from collecting all of the stones. Kid Cosmic steals the scroll from Phantos, so they're able to find all the gems. So they kind of quickly barrel and, they kind of shotgun through them pretty quickly. The pyramid episode was, I think, like episode 2 or something. They go to the pyramid. I think this was probably one of the better written episodes. They basically have to solve a bunch of puzzles, but they have the power stone, so they're able to cheat their way through like every single challenge. And then Joe realizes that, hey, maybe at the end they're in danger, and then she realizes like, hey, maybe we should have gone through these the right way so they can get the keys that open the stone. I can't remember. Oh, it's the speed stone. That's right. I think it's like a red one. And it allows her to do all the challenges in just a couple seconds pretty quickly. It was a very exciting episode. I think this is one of the better episodes. But the best episode, that was a good episode. And it did feature about Flo and Jo in the pyramid. This season was just too much Flo, too much Joe. I just was having like none of it, man. I wanted to see Kid Cosmic like lead the team, but he just, he's not the leader. He doesn't do anything other than like he steals the scroll from Phantos and he comes up with a couple ideas towards the end, but like Kid Cosmic is basically a side character in his own show because they basically just wrote in Flo and Jo as the main characters on this one. And then there's the queen, that like purple queen with the psychic power. What's her name? Queen like X something. I can't remember her name, but yeah. So the pyramid episode was really good. Then they do a lot of these scenes where like Flo and Jo are having emotions and they don't like how that queen alien is pushing Joe towards being a very aggressive leader. So they have some conflict there, but I didn't dig that. I just didn't dig the story here. It literally just felt like they didn't have a good idea where to take season 2. So they're like, okay, let's just put a bunch of drama between Jo and her mom. I wasn't feeling it at all. I think Kid Cosmic needs to be the leader of the team because like, why is he even there at this point? Like, they honestly, he just doesn't do much. He doesn't do much at all. Anyways, next, so the casino episode is the absolute best one. This is the cream of the crop here, the cream of the crop. This is my favorite episode. They had adult jokes, they had innuendos. This feels like a kid's show, and then this episode drops, and you're like, whoa, what the heck? This is a casino. We see characters gambling, I said this about, I saw that movie, SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water. Or was that the one? Sponge on the Run? I can't remember. Wait, hold on. Let me look it up really quick. SpongeBob movie 3, I think it was. Something like that, right? SpongeBob Sponge on the Run. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is like a kid's movie. And then I saw, there was a casino scene, right? They go to like Atlantic City and I was like, what the heck? They actually have a casino. They actually showed scenes in a kid's movie with like SpongeBob and Patrick gambling. I was very shocked. And here I was again. I guess gambling is just kind of allowed in kids shows, so whatever. I was just shocked by this. I thought this was a kids show, but they made some great shows. Like they need more of this. If this show could just go more in the direction of episode, whatever the casino episode, I thought it was episode 3 or 4, one of the two. I think it's 3, but yeah, the casino episode was the linchpin of the entire season. This is the best episode. I give this one like a 9 out of 10. It was just that good. So basically in this one, they have to get the fire and ice stones. And those I was a little bit surprised that they just included fire and ice. Some of the original 5 stones were like, I don't know, pretty good ones, like giant powers, portal powers, Kid Cosmic actually had telekinesis, right? With the green stone, and what was I feel like I'm forgetting one. Tuna Fish Sandwich has the ability to see into the future, and Papa G has clones. So those were like 5 pretty unique powers. You don't see a lot of those powers in a lot of shows, especially Tuna Fish. I feel like Portal Girl and Tuna Fish Sandwich's Prophecy Eye. Those are 2 powers you don't see very often. So I was a little bit surprised. Most of the stones had unique powers. You know, I guess speed is kind of generic, but I was a little bit surprised to just see fire and ice being a power, especially when slime was one of them. You know what I mean? It's like, here's the power of slime, but also fire and ice are just in there. So why the heck not? I'm surprised they just didn't do all the elements and have like a thunder power and, you know, earth power. Just do the Avatar Last Airbender, you know? But yeah, I guess they wanted to shake it up a little bit. And so there was a whole bunch of powers in there. Most of them were pretty generic in general. There's also a bendy power. And there's a power where you can get an extra set of arms, or you can make more limbs. That alien from the first season, I thought that they were going to give him extra arms or something, or I thought they were going to give him the power stone to make extra arms so he could walk around instead of just not having legs, but they never did that. I guess they just don't give a crap about that character, but all right. Anyways, yeah, so that the casino episode is one of the best ones. You get like a heist. You get, it was just funny. It was funny all around. There's like a mobster character, and I was like, wow, this is such an adult episode. Can we get more of this? But then the episode ends on a high note, though. It does end on a high note, and so there's that. And then we got a cliffhanger. I think it was like Joe. Oh no, I think it was the next episode features on this champion Crosh. Yeah, maybe it's not the next episode. Maybe it's a couple episodes later. But basically, one of the Power Stones, and in my opinion, this is probably one of the better ones. I think the portal power is the most broken one in my opinion. But actually, is there any ones more broken than the power one? The Speed Stone is probably the most broken one, I think. Portals are actually, come to think of it, portals are a little bit faster than the Speed Stone, wouldn't you say? If you could just travel like faster than somebody could run. I mean, yeah, actually the portal ring is probably the most broken, so I'll just leave it at that. But another broken power, we get introduced to a character named Crosh, and she's the champion of this fighting TV show, this kind of battle royale TV show. And I thought that this was the most unbelievable thing of the entire show. So basically, there's this female warrior named Crosh, and she has the cosmic stone in her eyeball that allows her to, she doesn't take damage, and then she can reflect the damage back, which is a little bit broken, but I still think the portal power was just more broken. She's able to defeat her just by portaling to her eye and ripping the stone out, you know? So, she definitely has one of the more BS powers. Basically, it's a 1v1. It ends up becoming a 1v1 of the 2 most broken stone powers. Unless, of course, you want to argue that the red stone with the speed power is more broken. Up to you. I say the portal and the blue one that reflects damage, probably better. But I don't like what I've seen here. So basically, they said that this character, Crosh, since the time she was a little girl, she's been a warrior. She got, they don't explain how she got the Stone of Power, but it seems to be that when she was a kid, she somehow acquired that Stone of Power, and using that reflection ability, that ability to deflect, any damage, she's been able to win, and like she fights in a Coliseum type of thing, a game show. Like I said, she's able to she was able to defeat millions of enemies without taking a single loss. That's what I found unbelievable. You know, it's like you're telling me that nobody before Joe, they said she's undefeated. She's undefeated since basically the time she was a child, is what is implied. She literally said she grew up in the champion ring. So I just find this unbelievable. You're telling me that for decades, this woman, I think, how old is she? 30 something? I don't know. You're telling me for like almost 3 decades, this woman has been fighting in a game show and not one other person was able to do any, like nobody was able to beat her. Nobody was able to guess that the stone of power in her eye, which is completely exposed, by the way, that's it. Nobody was able to ever defeat that. This is a battle royale, and everybody knows that she's the champion and she's undefeated. You're telling me that nobody, all these different alien races that have all kinds of, they said laser guns were banned. Anything else is basically on the table. You're telling me nobody, no technology, no other alien races had some kind of technology or powers to defeat this woman? That this for me was like one of the worst episodes. I find that unbelievable that she doesn't get defeated for 30 years when it's pretty obvious what her powers were. Anybody could have studied her. You know, she's been on a game show, so anybody could have studied her style. Anybody could have, anybody who knows about the cosmic stones could have just been like, she has a cosmic stone in her eye. If we just remove that, she's basically she becomes low tier. Well, I guess she's still strong even without the cosmic stone. But like, I feel like she could get defeated if they just take away the stone. Or I'm just shocked because all you have to do is ring somebody out. You're telling me that no other aliens for 30 years were able to ring her out even? To me, this is just nonsense. I thought this was the most nonsense writing in the entire season. The stone is powerful, but it's not that powerful. Joe made pretty quick work of her. Then again, the portal ring or the power stone is just portal. The portal stone is just BS. It's too powerful. It's a very powerful writing tool. It allows you to make shortcuts. If you're a writer, instead of changing scenes, you could just open a portal and have the characters walk to the next scene. So this is a very broken storytelling mechanic. It's just a BS power. So yeah, I think that power, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and nerf it or something. I don't know. Maybe not. But for the next season, maybe they might have to do something. Actually, they might nerf it. We don't know. Maybe it gets nerfed. Who knows? But I'll talk about the ending now. So basically, a bunch of stuff happens. In the end, they basically have a showdown. Actually, Joe makes friends with Krosh, that champion female, and instead of the local heroes, the various characters at the diners, they each got a stone, and then Joe kind of just bees an asshole to everyone and decides, you know what, I'm the team leader. Me and Krosh should just get all the power rings to ourselves. We're going to go face off against Erodius by ourselves. And they get their asses kicked, and also Phantos shows up, so, they get their asses kicked by Erodius, and they have to regroup. Also, Krosh, that champion I talked about who never got defeated, she ends up sort of betraying them, but then she also kind of helps out at the end anyway, so I guess that happens. So I guess the writers couldn't think of anything else to do with her, but she ends up helping out there. And then basically, I guess for some reason, a plot point is that Phantos' mother just leaves him to die on Erodius, even though he kind of survives towards the end there. But yeah, that happened, and then so they have a big fight at the end, basically, and basically Kid Cosmic, finally, this is 8 episodes. This is an 8-episode show, and only like 2 episodes were Kid Cosmic focused. I don't understand. So a lot of time was wasted here not focusing on Kid Cosmic. It was the Joe and Flo show. That's all this season was. The Joe and Flo show. Was not a fan. But finally, Kid Cosmic gets his time. He uses the slime ring, and they have a big fight, and basically he has the idea to let's all turn into slime. Oh, by the way, the planet, right? Erodius, basically all inside of his crust are just thousands, millions of power rings. So basically, Erodius is about to destroy the Earth. They have a brilliant idea to turn into slime. Everybody turns into slime, and they go into the center of Erodius, and they pop him. And what happens is all of the power stones that are in Erodius, and I hope there's new ones. I hope there's like millions of stones. I don't want this to be a show where it's like, oh, there's only like 13 stones, or there's only like 10 stones. Don't do that. Make it so, they said that this guy had been eating planet after planet. There's so many different powers that they should do here. I really hope it's just not these same old stones for season 3. That's my biggest hope. Maybe if somebody here has read the graphic novels, let me know. Do they actually introduce new stones? Because that seems like a no-brainer. I would introduce new stones. They should probably have an air stone, like some kind of, an air stone that makes you fire wind and tornadoes. Like I said, Avatar Last Airbender, Earth Stone, where you just can control soil. Maybe a stone where you can make plants. Maybe a stone where you can I don't even know. Shrink? Yeah, shrinking would be obvious. If Rosa can grow in size, then they can have a shrinking one. But yeah, that's basically it. So they save the Earth. And then the ending, I think I'm going to cut back to my other format here, my old format. Well, I'm still going to use this format. I just wanted to try it out as a large screen today. But PPG, at the end of the episode, PPG Kid Cosmic, we get a great Craig McCracken reference here. And basically, there's this new unit. So in the first season, we saw the government. The government kind of comes in and, they have a whole scuffle with that biker dude. That guy's out of the picture. Supposedly he left. Or did he get demoted? I thought they said that he got demoted or something like that. And so these characters come in, and they might look and sound a little familiar because they're basically the Powerpuff Girls, and they're even called the PPG. You can see here. Meet the Planet Protection Group from Craig McCracken's Kid Cosmic. From left to right, Agent Green, voiced by E.G. Daly. Agent Pink, voiced by Kathy Cadavanini. Cadavani, I think that's how it's pronounced. And Agent Blue, voiced by Tara Strong. So they basically just found a way to bring back the original Powerpuff Girls voice actors. My thought process is they had to make this one black so that Cartoon Network couldn't sue them. I think, because it's like here we have a blonde character, we have and they're voiced by the exact same character. I don't know if they had to make her black because of that. Maybe that's just my own headcanon. Then again, it is Netflix and they like to throw in diversity, hoo-ha, wherever. But maybe I'm thinking that maybe there could have been a lawsuit or something here if they made it too obvious that they were stand-ins for the Powerpuff Girls. But that was a surprising twist near the end. I really enjoyed that. I wasn't expecting to see the Powerpuff Girls. But I'm excited for the new season. But at the same time, if the new season needs to bring in more I need to see Kid Cosmic be the leader. Otherwise, why did you even call this show Kid Cosmic? Why'd you do it? Why are you calling this show Kid Cosmic? Just call it the Local Heroes or whatever the hell. Yeah, that's what they call themselves, right? The Local Heroes. It was just like, that old biker grandma girl and a bunch of the characters that barely talk in the sidelines from the first season. They all just get power stones and I don't know. It's such a weird, I don't know why they wouldn't make Kid Cosmic the leader, but maybe they can correct course for season 3. And the most exciting thing of all is that the planet Earth is going to be exposed to all of these alien stones. My biggest hope is that they create new stones. I don't want every other character being, here's the portal character, here's the flying character, the psycho or telekinesis. Here's the next character that has the speed ring. It'll be super interesting to see how this is going to play out. But it seems that they're going to be working for the government in the next season, the PPG. What was it called? The Planet Protection Group. So I can't wait to see how this goes. Like I said, there better be new powers. They better actually. What if they could fuse the stones together and make brand new ones? That'd be pretty cool, right? Like if you take the ice stone and the slime stone, or maybe no, maybe the fire stone and the slime stone. You could make like a steam, some kind of steam stone where you could turn into steam or something. That's the kind of shit I would like. I would really like to see something like that. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoy this little review here. And let me switch back to my format here. And yeah, that's it. I want to hear your comments in the comment section down below. Please like the video. Please give me your score. Give me your review score. I give it a 7 out of 10. Too much Joe, too much Flo. If they had actually focused on Kid Cosmic, I might have given this an 8 or a 9. I really enjoyed the casino episode. I think the pyramid episode was good. Phantos was kind of just a discount Galactus that didn't do much. I guess he was funny, though. At least he was funny. And yeah, most of the characters in the show don't do anything, including the main character, Kid Cosmic himself. Let's fix that for the next season, and let's hope that they can do better next time around. That's it from me. Leave your score down below, or let me know your thoughts. What do you give this out of 10? And please like the video, please share, and please subscribe to the channel. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Would really appreciate it. That's it from me. See you guys later. Peace out.